Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the Spartan Sports Zone. I'm Macchiavello, Assistant Sports Information Director, here is Sports Information Assistant Andrea Lee.
It's the last week of classes and the spring sports season is beginning to wind down. And last weekend, gorgeous weather brought out fans for one team's final practice of the year. The football team closed out spring practice with the 2014 spring game on Saturday at Dick Price Stadium. Spartan Sports Zone correspondent Ross Gordon was on the scene with head coach Pete Adrian to get his thoughts on how the team performed.
Hello and welcome back to NSUSpartans.com, fueled by Gatorade. Ross Gordon now with the head coach of Norfolk State University football, Coach Pete Adrian. Coach Adrian, final day of spring practice. Got some good work in today. Saw some good things from your offense and your defense. Talk a little bit about the spring as a whole and what you've gotten from your team this spring.
Well, I think the biggest thing in the spring that I saw was a lot of competitiveness, really picking it up on both sides of the football. Guys really getting along well together. And every time we come out and practice, they practice at a high level of intensity, which I really like about that.
We'll start on the offensive side of the football. New system, new coaches coming in. How have the guys picked up the system and how have they progressed during the spring?
Well, every day they've gotten better with it, and I'm really pleased about that. We keep progressing. Hopefully we can pick it up where we left off today when we first start camp, and that'll be a real good thing for us.
On the defensive side of the ball, a lot of knowns. It's a defense that brings a lot back. Talk a little about some of the things that did surprise you coming into the spring and what you saw that really did make you excited about the fall.
Well, I think our speed's really increased on both sides of the football, and I'm real pleased about that. On defense, you always want to have great speed, and offensively, everything's just getting better for us, so I think we're going to be in pretty good shape.
On special teams, we saw some good things, especially from Dylan Shaddix, who's back this semester, kicked the ball, punted very well. Also good to see Ryan Lee, after a torn ACL, get back out and kick the ball somewhat well, and hopefully he'll be at full strength when the summer camp comes around. Talk a little about our special teams game as well.
Well, yeah, Dylan wasn't in school last year. He had some problems at home and came back, and of course he was the all-conference punter the year before, and he's a game changer because he can kick it so far and get you good field position, so very excited about that. And Ryan Lee's actually improved after these operations. I think all the rehabs made his legs stronger, so we're happy with that, and Cameron Maroof is doing a really good job of kick for us last year, so we're going to have some pretty good depth there.
Coach, now everything is pretty much get stronger, get faster, work harder, learn the playbook. What do you want to see from your guys this summer? Because I know championships are not only won in the football games, but also in the summer. What do you want to see from your guys?
Well, probably the biggest thing in every football team is the same way. You got to build your chemistry. And you build your chemistry really in the off season and when it goes on during the summertime and things like that. So that's why it's important to have them here and be able to talk to them and see them, and also for them just to hang out with each other.
Also, always big in the summertime to get your fundraising and things like that. Still a big summer for you guys. What else y'all have going on this summer?
Well, July 7th is our annual golf tournament at Greenbrier Country Club. It'll be the 9th year in a row for us. It's always been really well attended, and we need to get that going again. All that money that we make in that goes right back to our players for summer school and things of that nature.
So, good spring for you, Coach. Thank you for stopping by always, and we'll see you in the summer.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
That's Coach Pete Adrian. The Spartans finish their spring and really their winter workouts today. Nice crowd here on the annual spring football game, and we'll check out all the highlights here on NSUSpartans.com. I'm Ross Gordon. You've been watching NSUSpartans.com, fueled by Gatorade.
Fans can see highlights from the spring game on our NSU Athletics YouTube page. The football team will have a few months off before fall camp begins in August.
Saturday was also a rain date for the softball team as the Spartans faced North Carolina Central for a doubleheader that was originally scheduled in mid-March. The Eagles came in with just 7 wins on the season but handled the Spartans in Game 1, winning 5-2. NCCU was close to a sweep, up by 2 in the bottom of the 7th in Game 2, but the Spartan offense finally got going. Junior Alina Moriarty hit a 2-run double in the 7th to tie it up, and then in the 8th, senior Kathy Cortez hit a sac fly to give NSU a 4-3 victory. Junior Liz Riley gave up just 1 earned run with 6 strikeouts in 8 innings for the victory. Now it's back to Northern Division play in the MEAC when NSU hosts Hampton this Saturday and Sunday at the NSU softball field. Saturday will also be senior day for 5 players finishing out their careers this senior. The fivesome of Jamie Shuley, Morgan Boyd, Kathy Cortez, Stephanie Wheatley, and Nikki Jones will be honored prior to the games on Saturday. The players have been a key part of a program turnaround that began in 2011 during their freshman year. They still have unfinished business, though, as the team's MEAC regular season finish will come down to the final weekend. NSU, Hampton, and Delaware State all have 3 losses in conference play so far this year. The Spartans need to take at least 2 of 3 from the Pirates to claim second place in the North. In order to claim first place in the division, NSU would need to win all three, combined with a loss by Delaware State this weekend as well. The Senior Day festivities begin around 12:40 p.m. on Saturday, with the doubleheader starting at 1 p.m. Sunday's single game starts at noon.
Baseball needed a strong weekend at Delaware State to have a chance at first place in the North. It was not to be, as the Hornets swept NSU up in Delaware to secure a first-place regular season finish. Delaware State came back to win the first game on Saturday by an 8-5 score. The Hornets were down again in the second game before prevailing 4-2. Their offense then exploded for 17 hits in a 16-8 victory over the Spartans on Sunday. That dropped NSU to 11-10 in conference play with just one weekend left at UMES. The Hawks still have a shot at second place in the league, but NSU can put that scenario to rest by taking 2 of 3 from UMES. The two teams will play a doubleheader at noon on Saturday in Maryland and one game on Sunday at noon. Coming up after the break, we'll preview our last Know Your Fellow Spartan of the school year. And was baseball able to claim the top spot this week in our top performances? Find out when we come back from the break. You're watching the Spartan Sports Zone, fueled by Gatorade.
Secure your future by getting a top-notch education only at Norfolk State University. With world-class faculty and facilities, a bustling campus life, and highly regarded programs in the College of Science, Engineering, and Technology in the School of Business, Norfolk State is one of Virginia's leaders in higher education. Founded in 1935 as a beacon of hope to the region's youth, more than 78 years later, the university remains a source of inspiration for those in the Hampton Roads region and beyond who aspire to fulfill their dreams. A military-friendly school in one of the largest military areas of the world, Norfolk State University is home to faculty researchers who have forged partnerships that have created cutting-edge virtual learning environments. With more than 30,000 alumni, Norfolk State has played a vital role in our community in the past and is serving in a critical role today, and will continue to be an academic leader in the future. Find out more at nsu.edu. Norfolk State University, infinite possibilities.
Welcome back to the Spartan Sports Zone. This week we put some members of the women's tennis team to the test in our final Know Your Fellow Spartan of the season. Andrea Lee has more.
Welcome back to NSUSpartans.com. I'm Andrea Lee, here with members of the NSU tennis team, Andrea Macchiavello and Mafalda Lhorca. And this is Know Your Fellow Spartans. And Andrea and Mafalda, I've heard you guys talking about how you've practiced for 2 months to get ready for this particular episode. Tell me, what is your strategy going into today?
Well, we had my boyfriend test us. Well, pretty much Mafalda has the advantage because she was answering all of them, and then she didn't ask me back, so I'm kind of clueless right now.
And Mafalda, do you have any last words before we start?
I knew all the answers beforehand. I just tried to prepare myself, but I knew them.
All right, and we'll get started with question 1. And we'll start with you, Mafalda. Right. What is Andrea's favorite candy?
If she's not lying, Kit Kat.
Kit Kat? Kit Kat it is.
Thank you.
Andrea, what's Mafalda's favorite candy?
Well, we share this actually, so it's Kit Kat.
Kit Kat for you too?
Yep.
We're at 1-1. You guys are doing pretty good to say your practice for 2 months.
Wait for it.
She's gonna crumble in the practice.
Andrea, we'll start with you. If you could play another sport, well, if Mafalda could play another sport, what would it be?
Soccer.
Soccer?
Yep.
Why soccer?
Well, I'm Portuguese. That's what we do in Portugal. Everyone plays soccer.
She takes pride in it. She's actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. She's short enough to be a soccer player.
Oh, so you've seen her play?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm probably better at it than tennis. So.
And Mafalda, what's Andrea? If she could play another sport, what would it be?
She would play volleyball.
Volleyball? And is there a reason why you picked volleyball?
My sisters played, and I used to play with them all the time, and I'm pretty good.
She's tall enough to play volleyball.
Yeah,
tall enough?
Check back at the NSU Athletics YouTube page later this week for the full episode featuring Andrea Macchiavello and Mafalda Lhorca.
Women's track and field took part in the historic Penn relays last weekend for the final tune-up before the MEAC championships. Sophomore Kiera Howe placed 6th in the college division of the shot put for NSU's highest finish. She also competed in the discus, while the duo of Katie Ann McKenzie and Desmond A. Gray took part in the triple jump. NSU also ran in both the 4x100 and 4x200 meter relays, running a season best time in the 4x100. Now it's on to the MEAC Outdoor Championships this weekend at North Carolina A&T. The Spartan women will look to improve upon their 5th place finish from last year and their 4th place standing from this year's indoor meet. Tiara Davis comes in ranked number 1 in the conference in the pole vault, while Howell ranks 2nd in both the shot put and discus. Events are scheduled to start on Thursday and run through Saturday at Irwin Bell Track.
It is now time to reveal our top 3 performances from the past week. Earning a spot at number 3 is sophomore thrower Kiera Howe. She came in 6th in the college division of the shot put at the historic Penn Relays. She ranked 2nd in the MEAC in both the shot put and discus heading into this week's outdoor championships. Coming in at number 2 is senior outfielder Chase Kiriakou. He hit 4 for 11 over the weekend at Delaware State and finished with 6 RBI to pace the Spartan offense. He's bumped his average up by 44 points in the last 5 games. And rounding out our top performances is junior pitcher Liz Riley. She gave up just 1 earned run with 6 strikeouts in an 8-inning complete game. Riley scattered 10 hits as NSU won the second game against North Carolina Central 4-3. Congratulations to Howe, Kiriakou, and Riley for being featured in our top 3 performances fueled by Gatorade.
And that will wrap up this week's edition of the Spartan Sports Zone. As always, we would like to thank the Department of Video and Media Productions and Chantel Copes for all their help. I'm Andrea Lee.
And I'm Mike Bell. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.